welcome back to the channel. Today we have a special treat. We have homemade Taco Bell tacos with a little bit of a twist. And we are going to be comparing it with the real Taco Bell tacos. So if you are interested in watching, go ahead and grab something to eat so that you can go ahead and mukbang with us and enjoy this video. So I wanted to start off the video by showing you guys how we made our first homemade taco. And look at that. The toppings are falling out.
Show the meat, like the meat in the front. Yeah. This is the hard shell taco from Taco Bell.
And so this has their meat, the lettuce, and then it looks like a shredded cheese. And we have meat, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and sour cream. So it's basically like what their Supreme taco is, the one that has
Taco.
tomatoes. Taco Supreme has the tomatoes and the sour cream.
Mhm.
So go ahead and give that a bite. Tell us what you think. We forgot to put hot sauce.
Well, they don't put hot sauce in it.
Mm.
We do it like after.
Oh yeah. We
Oh,
soaked in hot and mild hot sauce so that we can make it good.
ready?
Okay.
Way better.
Okay. So it's not bad, right? It's actually bigger than that. But it's just, look at the amount of meat. There's like barely any meat. A shit ton of lettuce and cheese. And this is iceberg lettuce, not the greatest lettuce, but we like it. Don't get us wrong. We like it. It's just, it gives me a stomach ache.
It's not bad.
So, fun fact, the soft taco is my favorite at Taco Bell.
Ready?
Mhm. I love it. I like it better than the hard one. I think the shell just gets really soggy since we're taking it to go. I'm sure it tastes better if you're eating it there.
But they don't really taste that much of a difference compared to the other one. It's actually not bad.
Oh, really?
Hmm.
Mm. Okay. Now we're gonna eat our tacos that we made. And so we have ground beef, cheese, we have lettuce, tomatoes, sour cream. We did buy a salsa specifically for the tacos, but I had a brilliant idea and sent the husband to go get taco sauce so that it could taste like Taco Bell tacos. So let's eat.
Yeah, we got like 16 or 20 hot sauces from Taco Bell. Wait, how much did all of this cost you? Do you remember, kind of?
All this cost us maybe like, I think the most expensive was the ground beef.
The ground beef?
Yeah. Um,
Because that's what a lot of people are looking into. They're looking into how back then
affordable?
it used to be a lot cheaper to go and get fast food to order off the dollar menu. But with the way things are right now, it's like a lot of people are kind of realizing that there isn't that much of a difference when you're grocery shopping and making your own food at home, and um if you're going to fast food restaurants. So I'm curious to know, like, how much did all this cost us, and how much food did we actually get out of it?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll give you an idea on how much it would have cost if we would have bought this at Taco Bell,
Well,
if you remember.
for sure, the ground beef, I think it was 3 packs for like $15. So this was $5. So this was the most expensive. Sour cream and tomatoes and cheese is stuff that I have in the house all the time. Lettuce, I did have to go get because I didn't have any, and I think that was like $1 something for the whole iceberg, or the whole package thing. And then the salsa was the next most expensive thing because I don't have this type of salsa. I bought this, it was a jar, and it was, I think, $3.
1 hour later.
We had to put the baby to sleep. He was a little bit fussy.
We had a rocky start to this video, guys. Okay, anywho, let's start fresh again. Okay, so the whole grocery haul was about $20. And with the $20, we are going to probably be able to eat from here twice. That's
Probably even more.
probably even more. That's
Yeah.
that's just how much we're able to make out of this one $20 grocery haul.
Yeah, so each taco was about like $3. So like after taxes it was like close to $8. It was like short from $8. And that's just only two tacos at Taco Bell. And so we can make 18, I mean 12. How many tortillas are that?
That's four, but we have the whole pack over there. I just put four here.
Yeah, the point is like it's definitely worth it to eat at home and to make your own stuff if you know how to, than to go out and get groceries. I mean, then go out to fast food restaurant. But it also depends on what you're getting though, because that's
This,
the thing about
hmm
that's the thing is like right now, like there's this weird thing going on where sometimes it's not that huge of a difference to eat at home and eat out at a restaurant, but it all depends on what you're eating and how you make of it, and what you make of it. So specifically talking about these hard shell tacos and these soft tacos from Taco Bell, just 12 of those would be, I don't know, it's just I do know that they do offer like that $12 box, or that 12 taco box. That
some stuff makes sense to buy, and some stuff it doesn't make sense because if you're the kind of person that doesn't cook a lot, you have to buy a lot of the ingredients because you don't have them at home. And are you really going to go out of your way to go and buy a bunch of stuff that you don't normally use on a daily basis? As opposed to me, I cook every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I constantly use ground beef, constantly use lettuce, constantly use tomato. I think that's a tomato right there. But all these toppings right here, I constantly use on a daily basis. Not necessarily to make tacos, but to me, it's worth it to spend $20 at the grocery store where I can potentially make 2 or 3 meals out of this one grocery haul, as opposed to somebody who just doesn't cook. If you don't cook and you go to Taco Bell and you get whatever you're gonna get, it's convenient for everyone in their own way, you know?
hmm
For us specifically, it just makes more sense to do this. And it tastes better, and we're not wasting it because it's not gonna hurt our tummies.
hmm
Mm. But what I wanted to share with you guys was I had a lot of people reach out to me specifically regarding the mukbang videos, in the sense that not a lot of people know what mukbang is. And so if you're a YouTuber, or if you YouTube, or if you watch YouTube, you most likely already know what a mukbang was, right? You knew what a mukbang was before we even mukbanged, right?
Yeah.
Because you've seen it on YouTube, and I had seen it on YouTube too. But for people who don't know what a mukbang is, or to my Spanish speaking view, I will be doing a video in Spanish for you guys. I just want to have the good, right food to go with it. Um, but I had a lot of people reach out saying, like, what is a mukbang, you know? Um, Pretty much, like, I'm not a professional, I'm not a pro at this. There are way more other mukbangers that are pros. But pretty much a mukbang is when you
The
eat
letters.
a large amount of food in front of a camera while you're entertaining your
Your
audience.
audience.
And so that's pretty much what this is. Now, keep in mind there are a lot of mukbang videos where a lot of people have an excessive amount of food, like our Indian food mukbang. I would say that one was an excessive amount of food.
That was a lot of food. I told
Way
you.
too much. We ate like 4, 5 times out of that food portion, and that's not normal. And there's a lot of people that will try to eat that amount of food in front of the camera,
Mhm.
right? That's not us. What you guys see us consuming is what we're consuming. We're not going like behind the camera and doing stuff, you know. We're not trying to be unhealthy about it. We're literally just trying to eat and mukbang
And eat different types of food.
and eat different types of food with you
I'm
guys.
I'm fat not because I eat all this food, but because I don't exercise. As you can see, I don't eat a lot of the food, and I'm not just stuffing myself. Is that what you're getting to?
No, I just
Like people say that it's
so I
there's
read a
people out
lot.
there
I
that
was
are
trying
faking
to
it.
I was trying to figure out like a way that I could explain it where it wasn't like hurting someone else's content um or putting other people down, but
Mhm.
a lot of mukbangers do like
Fake their videos.
fake their videos. That's just what I'm going to use, okay? You guys can do your own research on that. There's a lot of people that fake their videos when it comes to mukbangs. And so what I just wanted to make sure that I was doing is like I don't want to like title my videos a mukbang if it wasn't a mukbang, but I also don't want to
Sorry.
be like unhealthy about us portraying a lifestyle that we don't have. Like we're not sedentary is what the word is, where you don't do any exercises. But we do try to work out once or twice a week. I'm trying to work out a little bit more, but you know, that's like besides the point. I just want to make sure that you guys know that we're not being unhealthy about our videos. We do eat until we're full and then we stop, you know? But pretty much that's it. It's just pretty much eating in front of a camera, um, engaging with the audience, which is you guys. And that's why we want you guys to comment down below and just let us know what you guys think about the foods. If you guys have any foods that you guys want us to try, like we are very open to a lot of stuff, you know, open to try everything once, you know, because you will never know if you like something until you try it.
Do you want to put it closer?
Yeah, right here. I'll keep my food right here so you can put it there. So, which brings me to our topic of the video is have you ever been afraid to try something and then you end up liking it?
Yeah.
What is it?
The recent video that I had, what was that thing I ate? Where I was like, I'm not a big fan, and then I just ended up just
Mm,
that was one of them.
that's cheese
Maybe,
though.
huh? Yeah, because I didn't know if it was gonna be sour. You know, because I normally like sweet stuff, and I had no clue what it was gonna taste like, and so I was like kind of skeptic. I was like, even from when I brought the order, like in my mind, I was like, I'm not gonna try that.
Oh,
Like, I don't
really?
see myself trying that or whatever. Like, you can eat it. I probably won't.
That's
You'll probably
funny.
make me taste it, which is fine. And as soon as I tasted it, you could even hear my natural reaction.
Hmm.
I was like, yeah, I'm not a big fan. But then I was like, wait a minute, this is actually pretty bomb.
That's funny.
So that was like a live action realization that I did like that, which is pretty funny to me. But I get that a lot. So a lot of people that know me know how simple I am when it comes to food. So, for example, There's probably only two specific items that I get at McDonald's whenever I eat at McDonald's. And I know it upsets certain people sometimes, but almost every time I go to McDonald's, I either choose a Big Mac combo or a quarter pounder combo. I don't really go outside of that. I don't really go for like everything that they got going on, the specials and all this other stuff. And I normally always choose the same thing when it comes to McDonald's. Same thing with Burger King. I always get the Whopper combo. I'm not a big fan of like all their other sandwiches, and I'm just like I stick to that routine because I'm afraid that I'm just gonna eat something, not like it, and then waste money. So
Mm.
it
So
happens to me
you
a lot.
so you like to be stuck in like, oh, I dropped something again.
Yeah, because when I first had a specific meal, if I like it, I stick to what I know, and I don't normally go outside of that. And so these mukbang videos are actually helping me open up to other different foods, like the next ones that we have lined up for you guys, which I'm not gonna say. But I do remember like the first time I had Peruvian food, it was amazing. Peruvian food's like the bomb. And then the first time that I had Peruvian ceviche, I was like, what? Like, how come I've never tried this in the past, you know? And so a lot of good has come out of like getting out of my comfort zone
Hmm.
when it comes to eating foods. And so you guys will actually see a lot of those reactions, those natural reactions, which are, I think they're funny, but yeah, it happens to me a lot.
I think it's because, so I think I would consider myself a cook, not a chef. I'm not professional about it, but I do consider myself a cook. And I grew up in a home where we always cook all the time. And so I'm very open to trying new things now that I'm older, because what if, you end up liking something? I do hear stories about how picky I was when I was younger. And the specific story that I hear the most is in regards to sugarcane, caña. And so, if you know what sugarcane is, it legit comes in a giant stick. It looks like a bamboo stick. And so and again, this is just a story that I heard, when my dad had brought it from Mexico back in the day before, when you could bring those kinds of things from the border to over here, because now you can't bring stuff like that. Um, he would bring the big old sugar cane and he said, like, try it. And so the way that we tried it is he would just cut it off. And then I'll put a picture of a sugar cane here just in case you don't know what it is, in its natural habitat state. And so he cut off the ends of it, basically peeling it, and then you would put it in your mouth and you would just chew on it and you would take the juice out. And that's what the sugar cane was about, right? And so as soon as my dad cut it and he's like, here, try it, I said, I don't like it. And my dad got really upset at me. He was like, how do you know that you don't like it if you haven't tried it? And of course, he's my dad. He's obviously knows what I've tried and what I haven't tried. And so he forced me to try the sugar cane, and I was crying and I was very upset. But he said that at the end of it, I ended up liking it and I was eating it all by myself. And so, I mean, I know I don't condone people to force kids to try stuff, but I'm kind of happy that my parents were like that, because it's opened up my palate. And that's how I felt about sushi. Sushi is probably one of my favorite foods next to tacos. Not this kind of tacos, but like carne asada, al pastor tacos. Because sushi, obviously, it's raw fish. It's raw. Just say that it's raw. And so I used to never think like, well, first of all, when we were growing up, we couldn't afford it. So I never was able to try it. I wasn't able to try sushi. Let me take a bite of this. Hold on a second. Mm. So not only was sushi expensive, still is expensive. But I didn't try it until I decided to try it on my own when I was working with my own money. And same thing, I was like, I don't want to get something that I'm not going to like. So I started with the California roll, where everything was cooked. And then I realized I didn't like it. I was expecting it to be a more cool um taste, kind of like ceviche, and I didn't like the California roll. Until this day, I won't eat a California roll, not because, I'm being weird about it.
I love
I
California rolls.
I don't prefer to eat those. What I prefer to eat is sashimi, plain out sliced fish, with a little bit of soy sauce or ponzu sauce or whatever kind of topping it is.
So bomb.
But that's my preference. If I were to go eat someplace, like that's what I want. Is give me sashimi all day.
Give her sashimi all day.
Sashimi.
Um, was that the first time you've ever tried sushi when you could afford it with your own monies?
Mm-hmm.
Was that recently?
No.
When was that?
When I moved away from my parents, which was when I was what, 18? Because being at home, you eat what your mom makes.
Mhm.
You don't tell your mom you don't want to eat something.
I can't remember the first time I tried sushi.
My biggest surprise was I remember when I did my taxes for the first time, I actually got a pretty good amount back. I think it was like $1,000. And I wanted to take my entire family out to sushi. And I'm over here thinking I'm going to take them out for the first time. Because they never took us. My mom and my dad never took us to have sushi when we were little. And I'm like, I want sushi. I like it so much. I want to take them out and I'm going to splurge. I was ready to spend $1,000 on sushi for my entire family. And then when we sit down, my dad's like, I want this, I want this, I want this. And I was just staring at him the entire time, like, you had sushi before? He's like, yeah, I love it. He's like, you guys are just too many. We couldn't take you guys. We couldn't afford it. But we picked out. We picked out on sushi. And it just made me so happy.
Do you remember which one you went to?
Yeah, it was actually here in our town. It was Quixos.
Or was that at
It's by the Valencia Mall.
by the auto
Mm-hmm.
center?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to hear from you guys. What's one thing that you were scared to try, finally tried it, and now you like it? What type of food was it? What was the situation? Comment down below. I want to hear your guys' stories. Um, and so yeah, so that brings us to our next video that we have planned for you guys. I don't want to tell you guys what it is, but I'm very nervous about it because I eat with my eyes. I eat with my eyes, and what does that mean? That means that if the food looks good, it probably tastes good. So, this food, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but this food doesn't look as appetizing to me. Okay, this is to me. However, when I see people eat this food, I'm like with my mouth wide open, like drooling because they're
They
eating
make it
it.
look so good.
They make it look so good. They look so comfortable eating it. And so I'm like, oh my God, I have to try it. Like, I have to try it.
You know what is funny though? I remember a little bit after COVID, or if not during COVID, you were watching this cooking channel or this one channel, and the whole goal for cooking channels and stuff like that, like food channels and all that, including ours, is to make it look as good as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but every now and then, you could see the fakeness in people's eyes and their reactions when they try some foods and it's not as good.
Oh,
And I
okay.
remember this one time, and I don't want to knock it. That's why we're not gonna post the person's channel and whatever. But this person had her mom. Her mom was cooking the food, And then they were promoting it right there, like, oh yeah, this food is amazing, traditional Mexican food. And then the mom who cooked the food, she tried the food and she tried to like make it seem like it was so good and it was amazing. But her reaction when she tried the food, I don't know if you remember,
I don't remember who this
she
is.
was like,
Whisper it.
I don't remember. I do, but like if I look it up, I'll show you.
Okay.
I could actually tell you now that I remember. But her reaction was like, ew. That's just like, oh, this is nasty.
But she said it was good.
But she forced herself to hide that expression, but it kind of like slipped out, is what I'm saying.
Mm.
It slipped out and she was like, ugh. Like her natural reaction. But she played it through and she saw it through and she was like, yeah, this is really good. Yeah, no, amazing, traditional, blah, 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 blah. And then you could hear the daughter like narrating. She's like, yeah, the food is amazing. You have all these ingredients. And every now and then you get to see when people don't like the food, and I thought those are pretty funny. Like, the one that we watch, actually, one of the most watched channels in our house, in our family, is Mark Wiens, right? And this guy goes all around the world and he goes to like uh, like big cities and rural areas and small towns and stuff like that. And every now and then, like very few videos, he's like a big foodie guy, but very few videos, and every so often, you can see his expression and you can see that he didn't like a specific food as much as like the other stuff that he's eating. But it's rare when he does that. But for those people who know him,
Mm-hmm.
know how he reacts,
Mm-hmm.
and can tell whether or not he did actually like the food or not. But every now and then you have those people who just like super fake it, super push through it. I'm sure there's going to be a few of those where I'm going to be like, yeah, it's not my favorite.
And I'm scared of that because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I don't want to be rude or anything to anybody's culture because I'm the same way. Like if I see somebody eating tacos de carne asada and they're like, "Ew, this is gross," I'm gonna be like, "What the fudge?" Like it's just meat and tortilla, and you're saying this is gross. Like I would get a little, offended. So I know how I am, so I don't want to be that way towards anyone else's food, but I also am very open to trying it and I want to try it. And so I'm very hopeful, fingers crossed, that the food tastes really good because I really want to try it. And we're gonna try it. We'll give you guys our honest opinions. But
But it's not just that next video or the video after that.
it's any food
It's
that's
gonna
new to
be,
us.
yeah, because what I have in mind, for the different types of food that we want to try, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a point where we're gonna have to drive out.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
We're not
because
gonna be able to stay in our town.
this town doesn't have all that stuff.
No.
Like I definitely want to try like European food, Middle Eastern food, South American food, like traditional South American food.
I'm very satisfied. Mm.
You done?
Hmm. Flour tortilla fills me up very fast. I don't really prefer buying flour tortilla, except for when I'm eating it like this or in quesadillas. But it's because it fills me up. Can I have some of your diet?
Hmm.
Oh, oh, it's cold. You're
I think
done?
I'm done too. Well, this is the most I've ever eaten.
I know, we fucked it up. There's like only 2 shells left. You guys can tell he liked it. Whew.
Am I the only one? This can't be. Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there, whenever you eat Taco Bell food, if you're ever using sauce, like is it like an unwritten rule to always use two packages per taco or something like that? Because I've noticed like for the longest, I always put two packages of sauce on each taco whenever I eat at Taco Bell. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I've been doing it for the longest. It's always two per. That's why I always order like
I
30,
mean,
like 40 hot sauces for like 3 tacos. We have a few left, right? But
I think I put 2 on mine too. I
yeah,
don't
like
know.
all the
You
packages are
guys
right here.
saw how many I put. I don't know. 1 or 2. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate you guys. We wanted to thank you guys and all of our new subscribers. And we look forward to seeing you guys on our next video. Stay tuned. I hope that you guys like it. Don't forget to comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified of our next video. And we will see you guys there.
Peace.
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 Peace.